get into the Champ Select.
Yeah, I mean, we have the team that we just watched, Aston esports. This time they're not going to be on blue side, they're going to be on red side, and they will face a Lithuanian team of, I see, from silver 4 to platinum 4. So I would say an amateur team, more or less, right? Compared to some master and challenger players. Oh wait, not master and challenger. At least diamond and master players on the other side. So the difference is fairly big. Currently, all of the games that we watched, the teams that had higher elo players, they won. So no upsets happened to this date, right? So from that regard, we can guess that the Aston esports have quite some edge overall versus DS, the Lithuanian team on the blue side. So, I mean, at least let's hope for some good game, for some action happening. No team epics, hopefully. We'll see.
Loris, you say it with such a predomination that you made up your mind. But honestly, coming into a tournament like this, and I was in this position as well, like some years ago, when you come up against higher ranked players, of course there's respect coming in from usually from lower ranks, but that shouldn't hinder yourself, because in the end you can pull out some cheese strats against them, and they are human, so they will make mistakes, and you just have to abuse these mistakes, find these mistakes, abuse them, play around win conditions, and you're able to actually still like either win
Chris,
or make a big statement. It's about statements.
That is true, but you know, you're saying the same thing, that they have to find something, right? If they play their normal game, I don't think they're gonna win, right? And I guess that you agree. They still need to find some ledge to hold on, some mistakes from other teams, some back pocket from the far behind, some hidden picks that are unseen, right? And maybe understand the meta better. So that's the difference. And yeah, maybe they will. Maybe they will find something. Maybe they will show something. So I'm totally in for that. I'm not saying it's lost pre-game, but the odds are always in one of the team's favor. So this time the odds are in Aston esports' favor. So no, this could change. This could very well change.
But I'm with the underdog. I'm like, it's the underdog mentality. They have nothing to lose coming into this, so it's like all for fun, for pride, of course. And if they manage to make even if this game gets past 30, 40 minutes, I would say that's a statement, And if they want to make a statement here today, I would be glad to witness that,
I totally agree. I mean, we already see some Reddys in the chat. So we're just waiting for confirmation from admin, and we're heading into the champion select. DS versus Aston esports. A Lithuanian team versus a multinational team. We'll see. Interesting to watch. I mean, interesting what are their preferences, right? What kind of playstyles these two teams are going to show us.
Kallista's being banned, something they were up against last game.
I mean, it's banned from DS, right? So we haven't noticed how the DS play yet, but they maybe saw the game that we witnessed. They could have been watching, and Kallista had a big impact in that game that Aston esports lost to, right? It was Estonian Vipers that had Kallista in the end, but
usually it's not a threat on blue side. Usually you want to first pick that on the blue side if your bot lane wants to play around that.
Yeah, if they want to play it, but sometimes it's the case that players are not comfortable, and in my at least experience, playing something of comfort, it's not the best choice, even if it's better for your team comp overall.
And target ban with Ziggs coming in?
That's what they choose. Ziggs ban, it's 100% target ban, right? Was he buffed this meta, this patch? I haven't seen it, so
I can't remember. I don't think he got. There weren't big changes or something around that.
Probably not just some hidden OP pick right now. So it's most like a just ban against another team mid laner.
And Zaya ban coming in. So there's Sejuani
Yes.
open, there's Tristana open, a lot of stuff being open right now. And
I
maybe
mean, Chris,
if they
uh,
choose to first pick Malphite here, they might go for the epic strat.
Chris,
They might go for
Chris,
Amumu. It's coming.
Chris,
I
I
can
was
feel it.
about to say the same. This team has, fairly lower elo team, players, and I mean, one thing is that they qualified for this tournament, right? So they are not too bad, right? Well, no, none of the teams are bad here. So as you had to qualify, you had to beat someone. You had to, take a path already to this moment. But their strategies might lie in that hard CC team comps, which I actually agree that it's easier to play and that they should aim for this. If you have Malphite and you find a good opportunity to ult, you can do a wombo combo with the Orianna mid or some other, hard CC, teammate. Then you can just turn the tables around and this is what we could, witness. And see, Sejuani, already hard CC team comp, already wombo combo forming up.
Well, if you see, obviously the true.
And Orianna, Chris, am I a genius? Like,
You
I
can
saw
read
this
their
from a
minds
mile,
actually.
Chris.
Actually, yes, a true Zodia would be with Blitzcrank and something else, but let's not talk about this, of course.
Are you
Right now,
sure? I
we're
mean,
looking at a really good comp right now. We have a Sejuani, we have Orianna, we have a Malphite. So yeah, it looks really good. Amumu should have been picked as the jungler for the true. Yeah,
no,
they're taunting right now. Hey, they are picking it!
no, they picked the Blitz, so the other team doesn't have it. And I think, you know what? The blue team will have hard CC AD carry. I'm guessing Ashe. I mean, it's better against Blitzcrank, but if you're going with the CC train, just go all the way. Pick. Okay, Morgana is being banned. A lot of CC. Yet again, why wouldn't you ban it, right? They're countering the strategy. They see what's happening here.
That would be actually really smart. If they would go with the Ashe, they would have an engaged CC.
Yeah, but look, the Morgana being taken away is actually a big deal because that's what can have and spell the difference between hook landing and hook being blocked, right? The spell shield was one of the better mechanics to just have it blocked overall. So I would guess they can still go some tanky support, something like Leona, she has a lot of CC. She's good against Blitzcrank, so maybe we'll see it.
Honestly, like, I know you're a big fan of Leona, but here among the supports, a pick that we didn't talk much about recently, but Alistar being available still is quite
that's true.
Quite a
But
big thing.
Chris, Alistar is hard to play, I would say. People that are not playing at the very highest level are not really Alistar players. They're not familiar with that champion too much, I would say. So I could bet my money that they're not gonna pick Alistar, as you really have to be comfortable with him. And I would guess they will just go something that's more traditional, so to say.
Maybe Braum. Because with Braum you have the shield available against the Gragas, and you can block it.
Okay, not Teemo AD carry, please. Evil Me. His name is Evil Me. I think those lines just, add up. This could be a Teemo AD carry, Chris. Is it? Is it though? 5 seconds. He just okay.
Tristana. That's something. And if they
smart.
round this up with an Alistar or a Braum, this comp looks really
Maybe
good.
it could be Lulu. It could be Lulu just to have a peel for the hyper carry. It's quite a hard bot lane.
Actually,
and is it Leona? Oh, can it be? Can the first guess be right?
I think he's just
Leona
taunting. I think he's just taunting.
No, Leona really fits here. Leona. Okay,
no, actually,
Lulu
the second guess was
damn it.
right. He was just taunting you, Loris.
But Chris, the guesses are right, but it's just super close. He just, there's a rule not to get taunted too much by the hovers of the picks, right? And just talk about when it's locked. But at this case, I just couldn't. Sorry, Chris.
But yeah, comparing both, actually, Elise coming in, that's somewhat of a placeholder, I would say, or it's a Gragas top lane.
No,
so they flexed it all the way. They flexed it all the way.
It's Elise jungle just to have that early pressure, and the difference. Actually, if you look at the bot lanes, Blitz hook landing on Lulu into the, let's say, Caitlyn trap, right? Into the knockup, into Elise follow up. It's already shaping into some really strong, really hard engage and heavy CC bot lane.
So honestly, let's wrap up this draft really quick, because I would say blue side is in a small disadvantage, basically because red side again has like more options compared to Sejuani here. We are talking predominantly about the jungle pathing and the options the jungler has, because he's usually the pacemaker early in this game. So he can go towards top side, win the 2v2. I'm 100% sure Sejuani Malphite cannot match this, and they cannot win in the 2v2 around top. So that is something Elise can look up to. It's pretty deadly. They have the body slam, they have the cocoon, which like almost always results in a kill, or like
That's true.
in some occasions you get away, but yeah. Then he could play around mid lane with both stuns actually, and Orianna not having cleanse, quite deadly as well. So if the cocoon lands and Anivia can follow up with the stun on the Q, then we're looking at something really deadly as well. And as you mentioned on bot lane, if there's one guy being hooked other than Tristana, like I'm not sure if this Tristana knows how to use the jump to avoid the hook, because even if you get hooked as a Tristana, you can still jump away. That's how the jump works, right? So if they get the Lulu on the hook, she's deleted off the map, like almost 100% sure.
Yeah. If this blitz plays well with the Caitlyn, it should result into hook, into trap or knockup, and then into the other one, right? Either a trap or knockup. It depends if the trap was placed prematurely, you know, just before the hook lands, right? The blitz himself has to stand near the trap to hook it in, or has to knock up and Kate follows up after. So quite a significant amount of CC coming in, and Lulu is, as we know, a squishy champion, as well as the Caitlyn has a long range, so really hard to exhaust, as she has exhaust, and that could just spell the end. Afterwards, flashing usually doesn't help, so we'll see.
And before we hop into the game, let's actually give our sponsor some love once again, and don't touch that browser, don't go away, because we are about to hop into the game, guys.
Yep, 1 minute and we're here. Bye bye. Now.
Let's get in-game, guys. And we're gonna see maybe an invade coming in from Blitzcrank, because they have the comp for that, right? They have really good level
they're grouping already. Chris, you're onto something.
Well, they have so much tools actually. They have the Anivia stun coming in, they have a hook. There's so much CC, even if Gragas plans to go with the body slam level 1.
And look at this, rewards placed and far away from any hook position. The blue team is
playing it safe.
Yeah, and there, look, actually this strategy, you know what they're doing? They're doing the wards over the walls, and these are not too easy to land.
And we
Okay,
have a
I mean,
dance off here.
both teams know that something is happening. Oh, did he miss a ward in the bot lane? Why is this heavy pings happening? Yep, 2 wards missed. They haven't practiced this too much.
I think they watched too much Skara on one weekend.
Oh yes, Scar ward, the famous ward or infamous one, as you say, doesn't matter too much. But yeah, look at the Caitlyn and Blitz. They're not walking away yet. They are looking to do more. They're looking to interrupt the Sejuani, I guess.
Looks like they want to interrupt the Raptors here and take small ones away. And
Oh,
actually
this
Caitlyn
is
managed to
just-
get 2 here.
This
They
is
actually get
brutal
to
for
3
Hell.
away, 4 away.
Oh,
That is
this
big.
is brutal.
Because now we have big tempo advantage coming in for Elise.
I mean, they're giving up their bot lane lead a little bit, but it's Caitlyn Blitz, right? They're gonna have the pressure. The Caitlyn is a lane bully. She's not worried about it.
So that means actually a lot, because usually, right now he would be on the top sides for around 3 minutes, and then manage to maybe guard around the top. Now Elise, they will both match on the bottom side, and Elise will have an upper hand in terms of tempo, because she will be, if she chooses to go for the blue now, and not go for the tempo.
Oh, yeah, it's level 1. It's not gonna matter. Actually, Caitlyn is level 2. The trap is being placed behind. The exhaust
Flash.
lands with the flashes, both AD carries, and the Q cannot land.
Over Peacemaker
Worst
seals
spot.
the deal.
Oh, that was clutch. The trap behind, it was really well placed, and I mean, you can say it's a little bit of a mistake from Tristana to walk backwards and not even try to juke it in any regard. It's a little bit off, but a little bit of nerves maybe. He's a bit of under pressure maybe, so
But Loris,
it happened.
Now look at Elise, because now this is the actually magic that is happening. They had tempo advantage. She entered the river at around 245, was able to already out-jungle Sejuani, and now they can live off from that, because
Gragas is going to cancel her.
she will just
Oh,
take
he just-
everything on the bottom side now, and Sejuani will be massively behind. So you might ask how you get out of this position. I saw this many times already. There's a strat how you want to play against it. You basically need to mirror this. You need to play on the top side.
Yeah,
Hook
but
coming
who
in.
is being hooked? She does have the flash. Can she get away? She's half health already. Few hits under tower more, but actually one hook and she lost. How much is it? 70% of her health. So another one of these lands and that just spells the end.
And
She has to
Sejuani,
be really careful. The trades with the junglers, it's level 4 versus level 3. Actually, Elise is quite heavily ahead. She's hitting and gets stunned after, but now it's just few last auto attacks. She flashes so she doesn't get knocked away too far, and the mid laner has to come in to break the fight against these junglers that don't hear, that they are fighting, for every opportunity that they have at this moment. And actually the stun lands on the Orianna. She's 100 away from dying, and I don't know. I would say the Elise is just creating pressure all over the map and at this moment.
and she managed to get all the flashes, on mid lane, on the Sejuani. This is looking really good for Elise. Gragas coming in, getting deep vision on the top side again, and yeah, right now Sejuani's in a really weird spot.
Yeah, that's
Hook
true.
coming
And
in?
another hook lands. He's tanking tower hits, but Blitzcrank really doesn't care. He trades off his HP for Lulu's and Tristan HP. Both of their half health at the moment. I would say one more hook into a trap, and that's just over for them.
And Sejuani getting spotted on the top side again.
And look at this. If only he had the hook there, that would have been a crucial mistake by Lulu. Walking into a trap when Caitlyn was close, just not a good idea, I would say.
So yeah, Elise being on the bottom side again.
Yep.
And
This
now
is-
they will play around the bot.
Chris, this is going to be a dive.
Definitely.
They are fast pushing the lane, and now the TPs are ready. I think it could be 5v5. The first tower goal is on the way. Blitz is speeding up. Can he land an op? He's being polymorph. He's tanking the tower shot. He has to flash away really low, but the kill happened. Caitlyn takes one, Blitz takes one, and heal just doesn't save her in the end.
And they
Killing
play-
the others. Yep.
Actually stun hitting on mid lane. Nice. They played beautiful around the cooldowns. Gragas is here as well. Has flash available. So
yeah,
might body
is it gonna
slam flash
be
here.
yeah, I would say it's just fairly out of range.
And actually, the ADC disconnected.
Okay. ADC on tilt, he said. I mean, that death, probably he was a little bit angry about it. If he healed sooner, he probably could have walked away out of the tower range faster, but he saved it a little bit for too long. But if we can recap this early game, red team got kills at the bot lane and the tower. So
But Lovers
maybe
Lost. Wait,
Yeah.
being angry in this situation where you're 30 CS in a lead and it's looking so good. Being angry? Are you sure?
I mean, one of the disadvantages though that the bottom lane is a little bit broken up, right? And when you're, well, 3 times ahead on CS, you kind of want to punish the enemy AD a little bit more, as you can now free farm. But they're looking to turn their advantage into the overall map advantage. So overall, probably a smart idea, but really hard to do something when it's only 6 minutes into the game. But as we see, the bot lane is changing their lane to the top lane, which for many people it could be unfamiliar. But once you break a tower in the bot lane, you need to rotate to the different side of the map and start pushing tower.
Yeah. Pretty much at this point, red side, they want to get the lead. They want to get Caitlyn going, so they just switch around, and they can't match that on blue side. Tristana still being on bottom side, and they will get the next turret, which will lead to a pretty big gold lead. Cocoon hits, but I don't think he wants to go here.
Actually, out from Malphite, and Elise is already 20% health. He opts into there. Malphite is chasing here, and the slow happens. Both Qs land from Malphite and from Lulu, and that spells the end. Really well done. I mean, Elise just got caught out of guard, but
yeah, we're looking at a small mistake here. Oh, stun hitting on Orianna. Actually, Anivia no mana here.
This is a fight breaking out. Gragas coming in. Orianna has to use their barrier with the ult together, but Caitlyn Q finishes her off. And now it's 4v3. Lulu is being taken off, so it's another kill for the Blitzcrank. He's already 2 kills up.
Trap,
and now
wow.
It's 4v2. It looks pretty grim for the blue team.
Tristana coming, flanking here. Actually,
Yeah, she
being
tried
hooked.
to jump into the hook. Can she reach the Caitlyn 100 HP? She flashes in. The Caitlyn uses her net, and now she's just running for her dear life, but it's gonna be a kill after all. So in total, it's 1 for 4, I think, right?
Yes. And actually, blue side, they're getting demolished here.
Yeah, it was just a full 5v5 team fight, 8 minutes into the game, near enemy, near red, no, top, not right, what am I saying, near blue team top side tower. So that's pretty interesting, as, Blitzcrank is just clearly out of position here, and he pays the life for this, and
They overstayed, yeah. They were greedy on the turret.
they have, okay, they chunked half of HP of the turret, so you can say it's somewhat, worth, but not too much giving
you
the
don't
kill
want
away.
to give free kills away. But yeah, it all came off from Elise being caught off because she wasn't able to repel in the right time. Usually as a Malphite, you want to save that ultimate and get something off with a flash ultimate from the Fog of War, and then really go for the wombo combo. But they wanted to go for the Elise first and got the kill on her. Oh, actually being dodged here.
Nice net, he dodged the ult. Blitzcrank takes the Malphite off the AD carry, but that's not gonna matter. Sejuani comes in with the big ult, and actually Malphite nearly died. As support, he pulled him in, but the fight keeps on going. Orianna falls down. Now the Lulu is next target. She's fairly low. Can they land? Can they get in range at least? She's 100 HP away, and last note from Elise finishes her off. And now they're not even afraid to stay more. Blitzcrank is just taking heavy tower shots.
Actually, he has repelled?
No. Wow. Again, overeager a little bit. They are trying their luck pretty hard. Well, heavy fights. Red team is not... This is the second time red team starts the fight, a member down, and they come up ahead. They know exactly how much damage they can do, and just because one member just got off, previously it was Elise ulted by Malphite, this time it was Caitlyn ulted by Sejuani and Malphite. They know that these big Wombo combo ultimates are down, so this blue team has no power left, right? This is their go-to, this is their, hidden trump card, having that Wombo combo, and
Trump
if
card.
they use it, and if they use it prior, they have nothing left, they cannot fight. And
we
Red
are
team-
looking, Lawrence, we are looking at the big lead in terms of CS and of course in gold for the red side for
Yeah.
Aston esports. But
You're right, Chris. It's not. Yeah, this time
Yes,
you're right.
yes, I got it this time. They might look for a play on Orianna here. Never mind.
Yeah.
So I think because of the power spikes right now being available for Orianna, for Anivia, actually big shockwave.
big ult, but no damage. Oh my god.
Caitlyn is still hitting on the top side and she will get the turret here.
And
she
will
able-
get? Oh, dude, she's gonna get nuked here. Malphite
Gets it.
ult into Sejuani's stun. Sejuani didn't even have an ult, but that was not needed. Again, to remember down, red team, what they're gonna do? Are they gonna try on keep on pressing? Looks like so. They're not afraid. Malphite ult is out, and they feel confident just to push this mid lane tower and even try to hook someone.
Actually,
Oh,
big engage on
Sejuani.
Elise here.
Yeah, Elise is again getting caught a little bit off guard. She's 400 HP, Tristana is jumping in, one more auto attack, and another just to finish her off. Nicely done. I mean, blue team catching back some breath.
And that's
Uh,
actually quite big because the kills on Tristana, they are super worth it. You will get into the later game far easier as a Tristana and hit the 2-item power spike faster if all the kills get distributed to her.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, this word power spike, probably one of the most mentioned terms, in League of Legends. And but it has a merit. And now Blitzcrank is trying coming in, misses the hook, goes into the Dragon Beat, has no mana whatsoever.
They turn on Caitlyn.
Yeah, the Caitlyn is very low. It's all of the members from blue team just ignoring everything and going for Caitlyn. She dies as Gragas comes in and takes down the Malphite. Now the fight is breaking out. I mean, blue team is slightly winning, but oh my god, this heavy
Tristana's
damage coming
hitting.
to Tristana. And
Actually, she
has-
jumps out!
Oh, Elise is coming with the repel. She dodged the Tristana ult, and now it's only the Joanny that was left there, with Orianna just running away prior to the end of the team fight.
And that was a big mistake of Tristana. Why is she not
And look
going...
at Elise. She is crazy about going under tower. It's the same thing once again. Why is she trying to dive people so much? Why is she trying to tank up the shots? She has like 1000 HPs. 3 tower shots and an auto attack from an enemy mid laner nearly is enough to kill you. And what are you doing there?
Let's talk about this Tristana death because honestly, she had flash, she had heal, fully
Oh,
commit
man.
there. You would have been able to kill the, at least the Blitzcrank, and then the egg was out, so maybe even get some damage
Yeah.
out on the egg, kite around the blue, and then keep going at this point.
Yeah. And he
It
had a
was
low
looking
fight,
really
but
good.
he died just before he ulted just before dying. So essentially, if he jumped in, he had all the tools ready. And again, Caitlyn is being wombo comboed out. This is just sick. I know it's like a bit cruel, but it's actually funny to see when someone is getting ulted by these wombo combo ultimates. Orianna, Sejuani ult, Malphite ults on one target. Well, not this team fight. Malphite still has his ult up.
Actually,
But
Sejuani
yet
being hooked
again,
here.
red team is taunting them and fighting 4v5. Sejuani falls it, so it's already 4v4. Blitzcrank is doing really good hooks under tower. I mean, Chris, you might take this as a joke, but I'm giving game MVP to the towers this game. They're just taking people left, down, and center. Everyone is falling to towers.
Well, we had it 3 times this game, at least, that this happened.
I mean, towers, I would say they would have the most kills in the game right now, as no one has more than 3 kills, right?
And
If you looked at the scorelines, it looks pretty funny, as everyone has at least 1 kill, 2 or 3 maximum, right? So kills are distributing all over the map. Everyone is killing everyone, and towers are killing people too.
And looking at
pretty funny.
items as well, Loris, we see something very strange on Caitlyn here right now, buying 2 Zeals, maybe misclick, maybe not. But if we get into the stage where
No, Chris,
the
it's not.
higher
like this.
elo team is disrespecting in terms of items,
Chris, look.
Yes.
If you read what Zeal does, gives movement speed, right? What Caitlyn needs right now? is to run away. That's all she needs. Just not stay. Don't get engaged first, right? So actually a really good buy by her, Chris. I'm not sure what you're saying right there. It's actually well done by her.
Hook on
into trap.
Sejuani.
And actually, look, the ult is coming in. She misses the Q, so it's not enough. Ignite! And cool
Actually-
guys don't look at explosions. Look, 3, 2,
Ah.
1, boom.
Well, the
Oh.
funny thing is, if she wouldn't have bought that seal, she would have been able to buy the IE, and the ultimate already would have killed Sejuani.
No, Chris, but he would
It
have
would
been.
have.
No. He would have been already engaged on in the other lane. He had a movement speed to walk from one side to another, so which had the difference, in the end. But jokes aside, actually, I mean, it probably was a mistake, right?
Actually, the cocoon here on the Lulu, and Elise is really trigger happy here.
Elise is again jumping into 4 people. There's no tower though, so Orianna has to finish her off, in the end. And I mean, one of the I have to put that mind around because the team fights are ongoing. Red team lost a member. It's again 4v5 engage. And
Oh, hook
they're
on Orianna.
winning once more. They're always fighting with 1 member short, and now they're winning once more. It's 4v4 already.
Stana being exposed here.
Caitlyn flashed into the range of, he flashed. I mean, Caitlyn was alive in this team fight, so he was like, shit, I'm gonna get in there, and he flashed towards them, so he's a trigger happy person right now. At least he has a fight to attend, right?
That's the fighter mentality here, fully committing. Honestly, not the best of choice when you're looking at an 8.
Look,
but
Chris, the
actually,
engage
next
is
fight coming
happening.
in.
Actually, Sejuani is fairly low. She's getting chunked by the Caitlyn. Caitlyn is unchecked. Only Orianna that's some slight damage. And now Blitzcrank is all he's doing is waiting for mana to hook. But before that happens, they have to back off.
Usually, on the highest level here, you would say that from this point on, Red Side has the around 80 to 90% win rate. Basically because looking at the threats on blue side, you're looking at Orianna, you're looking at Sejuani and Malphite.
Chris-
Those are 3 threats, of course.
Yeah,
But
and
as engage tool, Loris, we only have Malphite ultimate
oh man,
and
Chris,
Sejuani ultimate. These
I
are 2
have to-
threats.
Chris, I actually agree with you, but you know what is the biggest threat? Actually, the gold lead, right? Look, it's 12k gold difference. If you're so behind, that's your biggest opponent. And I would say that the blue team is actually losing on one front really heavily, which is the towers. They took none of the towers. As
TP
engagement
coming
quickly
in?
happens, Blitzcrank is speeding in, Orianna is being knocked up, Blitz is not risking to miss the hook, and now steals the kill with the hook. He says, I did this job. And now Lulu is after. She's flashing away, but is it gonna be enough? Is Blitz gonna chase her till the end? Which I would guess he's gonna probably do it. As the hook comes up, oh, this... How is he even trying to recall there? And Blitz takes another kill. 2 kills for him in this team fight as he's leading the score with 6-1-8. He's saying, I'm the carry guys, just get on my shoulders and let's go together to the win, right?
Well, he's doing a great job this game. Having 6 kills available, being really the MVP of this game right now. All the hooks land so far. Like, I saw at least 8 out of 9 hooks committing.
Yeah,
And yeah,
I mean,
we are looking at Infernal as well right now. They might want to get this as well. And then get the next big wave, either on mid or on top, and use the Rift Turret. Actually, Anivia overextending here.
Anivia is trying to 1v4 again. Every time someone from red team tries to, go... Oh, this hook was just a pure miss and a pure hit, in the very, far corner where he hooked the Lulu. And, it just resulted... Was the Tristana that in this team fight I actually missed, but the red team is just pushing on. They have a member advantage which they never had.
And the hook lands!
Oh, there's another beautiful hook, and the support dies. Now the Malphite is right after. Sejuani is falling low, so it's 2 members already dead. And Orianna is just in the bad position as Anivia flashes forward and finishes her off. Krakas just doesn't care. He's just jumping under the towers, which Tristana is trying to tick him off. As you see, Elise is just tagging some tower shots, the usual. Dies to Tristana. Can she 1v4? Can she defend this? Probably gonna be an answer, yes, as this game is fairly early still.
And I can tell just from seeing how the Blitzcrank plays, with such a confidence, he's in
Yeah.
the zone. He's in the zone. He's
he knows what
completely
he's
feeling
doing.
it.
Yeah, you know what he's doing? Yet again, waiting for mana for the hook, right? And now
Caitlyn.
Caitlyn is fighting against 3 members on the left side. The red team is not thinking to join as they are now. And
Body slam
Alistair
hitting.
comes in. This is big damage coming in.
Blitzcrank
They're all on
hook.
Blitz hook. Again lands. Can we get the counter? How many did he land this game? I think all of them. Really well done by him. And this game is sure to be ending. Can they finish this? All of the blue team except for the jungle and support is up, which is actually
And
only half of
Malphite
the
ult
team.
is up shortly.
I mean, they have to back off, right? There's just no way they can finish this at this point. The death timers are fairly low. The towers are still quite strong. They have so much gold in the pocket. They
Actually,
nearly... Oh my
Use the
god.
ultimate there. Was really close though. At least he's trying.
No, Chris, I would say the two people, actually, you know, two subjects in this game are killing most. This is Blitzcrank with his hooks and towers, right? So, you know, I would be happy to see how much damage dealt by towers in this game. I think they are up there, you know, with the rest of the rest of the players. We saw Elise actually was killed yet again by tower and out from Tristana in the end.
Well,
Right, so
also
a
would
reset
say
happening.
that the Elise is really aggressive. Over aggressive.
Yeah. No, she plays an aggressive champion, so he's role playing till the very end, right?
And Red Side, they are actually playing it by the book. They are not going for a risky Baron attempt. They just want to end it by going for the bot lane push, it seems like.
Yeah, they are 16k ahead. Blitzcrank is taking his red. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes it. Okay, he's a good guy. He doesn't want to tilt his AD carry.
Actually,
I mean,
big
I
hits
wouldn't be
coming
surprised.
in.
Oh, can this ult land? It was super close. Lulu used this ult, so they're out of gas, and Blitz hooks the minion. Not the best target this time, but they take the tower in the end. And now, heavy damage on Caitlyn. She flashes forward, gets stunned by Orianna and Sejuani. Actually, Orianna falls down. She doesn't have everything up till this point, but actually, all of the members dying from the blue side.
And the hook is coming up shortly. Can he hit
Actually
another
lied,
one?
Chris, a little bit.
Hit
You
another
know,
one!
but-
Cocoon hits!
Oh,
Stun
Can
hits!
he do it? Does he have a range? I think it's on cooldown, right? Or he's just...
I think that's GG!
It's not GG till they get
do
the
they want
last
to
one.
die?
Look at the traps.
They want to
Oh,
die?
they are diving. There are
Hook!
5 members going in. He lands. Chris, he actually dodged the hook with the jump. The time
was
to
quite
jump.
sick. He did it.
I would say this game was really entertaining to watch, even though one of the teams were actually super ahead at all times, but DS just on blue side just didn't give it up as Aston Esports takes it down. It was the second game that we watched today. First they lost, second they took home, and yeah, really interesting to see how this turns out. But they are, you know, favorites to come out of the group, as we haven't mentioned yet, but Iron Wolves didn't show up today as their top laner couldn't play. So we have only 3 teams left in this group, which one was Estonian Vipers. As we saw, they really performed well, and they for sure will end up first in the group, right? As they will have the last match against DS. And probably the second one to come out will be Aston Esports, as it's very unlikely that DS is going to win against Estonian Vipers that we saw in the first game. And they performed super well on that, you know, in that game, so it's really unlikely that they're gonna fall to DS in the last game.
And I have to say that looking at the damage numbers from Caitlyn in this game, she's putting out 21k after 22 minutes. We are talking about nearly 1k damage per minute. It's a
Yeah.
really good stat. Like,
And
just
Chris-
putting this out here, if you are able to put out 1k DPM, like damage per minute, even if this is a lower ELO game, of course, this is something we usually see in EU LCS from the highest, you know,
Okay.
in some games. I'm just talking, like,
yeah.
just saying by the numbers, of
Chris,
course.
I
You
totally
need to
agree,
be
but
able to pull this out against EU
Chris-
LCS teams, of course.
he was killed nearly in start of every team fight. Do you remember? Orianna ults, Malphite ults, Sejuani ults, right? And
That's true, actually.
yet he is on the top of the damage dealt, you know, graph, and shows that he did a really good performance. And I would say it's a high impact that the Blitz had in the game also reflects in his damage dealt. When you have targets brought to you, even though you usually die before the team fight, later on he still managed to get that damage dealt, get the overall impact in the game. So that just shows.
So we might hop into a quick break. Before